Welcome to Ali Goldsmith Inspired Flow. We're just walking the busy streets of Jerusalem, and in another hour we're going to be on our way to the airport, Ben Gurion, Tel Aviv, to then fly to London. My oldest daughter, I'm quite excited, it's her first trip in I don't know how many years, like almost 14, 15 years. She was a little bibula when she went last. And the flow is going to be about how to bring out the travelling flow when you're about to go somewhere, how to get yourself into the right state of mind to prepare. Obviously nowadays everyone's concerned that you should have a safe flight. You know, in Israel there was hundreds of missiles launched. Thank God, unfortunately there were casualties, but thankfully not too many. And thankfully it wasn't all of Israel, it was unfortunately again the south. And you pray that there shouldn't be a blockage of flights. I've had flights cancelled before because of missiles attacks. It's a pretty intense thought if you think about it. And thank God I managed to get back a few days later this was the other way around. I was in England trying to get back to Israel. The airports were closed for a day or so. But anyway, you pray that these kind of things should stop happening and everyone should be able to travel safely. That's one thing. Another thing is now to get into the flow of what the mindset of, obviously people want to have their phones charged and all the different things that people need nowadays. Make sure you have all your documents and the money you need and everything's checked in and the way it should be. But after all the practical, there's the mindset. Like, what are you trying to achieve by traveling to a place? So in my specific situation, like I said, my oldest daughter is a mitzvah of kibbud av v'em, of honouring my parents and my family, and focusing on that mitzvah. And thankfully, my parents have been married 50 years. Tremendous achievement. I'm going to make a little party there in London. And then there's also the other family around and the friends that we'll be seeing, and there's the ability to really link up with people and to appreciate how we all have a connection to each other, and it's just not whatever, there's a flow. And while we're in London we're going to try prioritize, like we said, this is the third week of Sfirat HaOmer. Sfirat HaOmer is a time to work on your character traits and to focus in on what is the priority. So the priority of family first, honouring my family in London, and obviously today, and I'm still here, saying goodbye to my Jerusalem family, to honour them, to prioritise them. And I think that's something which everyone in the generation can get a lot of inspiration if they realise the power that lies within their family first relationships, the people that are beloved in their life. So that's where a lot of energy and source for growth and opportunity to become a more full person is. A lot of happiness comes from those family moments, and a lot of struggle. Like, it's all known that the kids are able to trigger a person in a way that no other person can, or your spouse or loved one can trigger the deep recesses of things that you need to work on. And that really is a gift, because to work on oneself is what we're here for. We spoke about this a few weeks back, and that is the priority, the family first. And then there's also prioritizing in terms of business and the mindset when you're traveling. Like, obviously you want to have success wherever you go. So personally I say a special prayer called Tfilas Haderech, traveling prayer, traveler's prayer. And that while you're in the country or wherever you're going, to realise you do need that extra divine providence and safety, and also the fact that our minds and hearts should be open to what your mission, what you're doing. Personally I would even consider starting to work outside of Israel if I can find the right fit in London to do my thing. I do have options in Beit Shemesh and Tel Aviv, but the opportunity maybe in London could be much more successful, and I have to consider that, even if it means leaving in the week my beloved Jerusalem. there's a certain openness in the mission of what we need to achieve. There are people around who you can link up with and network and grow. And this is something once always comes together with what is the divine flow that's emanating. So it's definitely this week is about balance. Keeping the balance between what you're trying to do and what you want to do, with the reality that you're not in control. There is a God, there's crazy things going on in the world, and you're not in control if the flight's going to leave on time and get there and everything else. So many stories again and again, and allow yourself to go in that flow, to be where you need to be when you need to be, and that will give you the strength and the focus to know what's demanded of you in this situation, and then you can be kind and giving and focused and merciful and being present, and that will allow the experience to be worthwhile. So we're going to call this the Traveling Inspired Flow. I think that traveling, there's so much opportunities to meet people, to be a representative of what you believe is your mission in the world. For me personally, it's about unity. So we're going to try be in a more unifying mindset, smiling, friendly, kind, understanding, patient. And if we're not, we'll be understanding of ourselves. We're not always in the best mindset, and we can work on ourselves and improve. Be realistic also. And then with that, we should be blessed with beautiful trips wherever we go, beautiful success, whatever we're doing. And that really is another aspect of balance. It brings out the beauty in everything, the beauty in the people around us, the beauty in ourselves. As it says, the forest like Adam, you should always try to bring out that beauty in everybody around you and in yourself. And that would be a big key to coming to the inspired flow. Have a beautiful week, use it well, and I'll be back in the Holy Land not so long.